Hey guys, what's going on? It's Brian, and welcome back again to BG Model Workshop. Today, well, we haven't been doing too much at the bench lately. You guys been watching the videos. We've been touring around to some swap meets here and there and adding stuff to the stash. This time of year, I usually spend more time at the bench creating Christmas cards for family rather than actually doing some building stuff. So I've been indulging in my artistic side my artistic talent side. But we wanted to do a quick little video about what I like to call a stocking stuffer kit. And right here, we happen to have this cute little guy. This looks like one of those old boxes of cereal we used to get back in the day. We used to take those with us camping and stuff. I'd get in trouble because I'd have to use 2 boxes in order to make a bowl of cereal. But I digress. So this is a Jaguar XKE. In England, it's known as the E-Type. And this is from the Junior Collectors series. This is a 1/43rd scale kit. And I looked it up on ScaleMates already, and this particular version looks like it's from 1974, but the actual kit has been in existence since 1968. So it's an oldie. There is no actual box date on here or anything, but we did look it up on ScaleMates, and didn't seem like there was any issues at all with looking it up, so there wasn't any drama with that. But it says here, photographs of actual model. Sure. There's a lot of airbrushing and stuff going on. There is a lot of help going on. And on the side here, we have some nice words about the actual kit itself. It says it's molded in color. No need to paint it. Model may be painted to show the colors of your choice, blah, blah, blah. You can use cement if you want to help it stay permanently together. And this says it has some really nice chrome. Simple snap together assembly. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then soft rubber-like vinyl tires, sturdy metal axles, recommended for modelers 7 years through adulthood. I think that covers me. So let's take a look at what we got inside the box here. And I picked this up down the road at a place called Hobby Destination. My friend James runs that shop there. We call him Jay sometimes. Did I say James? I'm sorry, I meant Jason. God, good Lord. So that's kind of a surprise. When I got this kit, I was like, oh, wow, okay, cool, nice. This is classic color for Jag. What? This does look like something we would get in a cereal box. It looks like a Jaguar-shaped whistle, you know. And it is still, pretty well bagged up and everything. So let's take it out of its little plastic baggie. There we go. Rotate down. Rotate. There we go. Thank you, Ross. If you know that, oh, that was pivot. Sorry. If you know that reference, then you're pretty cool. So let's look at some of that cool chrome they're talking about there. Look at the spinners are actually molded in place. And those are some nice looking roulette wheels, right? So I'm thinking maybe a nice little black wash will help bring all that out. We got our front bumper and rear bumperettes. And then here is the exhaust system. That's kind of cool looking. I would strip the exhaust system and just paint that up metallic. But check out these instructions. That's the hint of a vintage kit right there. And then the instructions have a farmer tan. How about that? Looks like very straightforward instructions. Of course, since this is the XKE, it's the left-hand American issue drive. Let's see here. Oh yeah, this is pretty simple. It's on the backside. Oh, propaganda. Oh, look at this here. 57 Chevy. Here's the Jag kit. There's the Vet show rod, the custom CUDA, Mustang Fastback, and the AMX Sport Coupe. Oh, I'd love that one right there. Now, if anybody out there happens to have one of these little vintage 1/43rd scale kits in their collection, let us know down below in the description and in the doobly-doo, and let us know if you have one. I'd be curious to know who has what, because I'd never come across this type of kit before, and I was fascinated by it. Read this before you begin. Okay, I did. All right. So the body, that's actually pretty nicely molded. That's got some deep mold lines on there, and we even have the vent louvers right there. Oh, look at this! Look at this. So the headlight area here, is molded in place, of course. So it's got a heavy ring around it. Well, that'll help out with masking, you know, and sanding down some of these mold lines. Turn signal right up in there. That looks like it's a little on the faint side, but I mean, to the feel of the thumbs, this actually feels really good. It doesn't have a lot of wave or sink marks or anything. It looks like the transparent piece has got some issues on the rear part there. I can feel something with my finger on the inside. Yeah, like maybe one of the vinyl tires melted into that a little bit. We can probably fix that. But this is larger than a Hot Wheel. As a matter of fact, I happen to have a Hot Wheel just here for reference. So here we go. So approximately 1/64-ish, 1/43-ish. So there's a good color contrast along with good size contrast comparison. But the front windscreen doesn't look so bad. Neither do the sides. We just have to make sure that we can press it in place without snapping it. I might end up actually having to cut this to fit it in there better. But yeah, that's actually not too bad at all. The interior pan has this odd shape dealy here. I guess that's for the front wheels. Yep, that's to hold the front wheels in place. I don't think it'll give the front wheels any springiness, but that's kind of cool. Pretty basic interior there. And then let's see, this sprue here has our dashboard, our blurry dashboard. Oh, look at, they got the little toggles in there and everything too. And then that's kind of a nice looking steering wheel. I like that. And then our actual lower chassis body piece. So what's cool is the bumperettes and the bumper guards will actually curve around and hide that seam line, it looks, because they're going to pin right in there. Boop, like that. And then here's where our exhaust system is going to attach. So this is why I would want to strip the chrome off of the exhaust system and then just paint everything to match. There's the bottom of the inline 6. And that is, as they say, that. So there we go. No decals or dazzles or decals. Just a cute little kit. I bought this guy here with the intention of actually just sort of slapping it together and then painting it gold. I like gold. Painting it gold and then hanging it on the Christmas tree as a... I wouldn't paint the windows, of course, but I would paint the car gold and then just sort of figure out a way to attach it to the Christmas tree, or just maybe just stuff it in the Christmas tree, but make it sort of like a Christmas ornament. I thought that would be kind of cool. Boy, I am doing a terrible job of getting that all put together there. There we go. There's your problem. Hands are too big. Not a 7-year-old. There we go. Okay, so that's, you know, that's kind of cute and everything. And then the tires. Where did the tires get off to? There's the tires. There we go. So, are they still squishy? Yes, they are. So that's cool. Okay, that's going to make life a heck of a lot easier. So there's that guy. So we're going to quickly switch over to a different kit. So our second stocking stuffer kit is this guy here. This is the Airfix Historic Cars series. This is a Ford Model T from 1912. Not too much later on is when the Titanic sank in 1914, if I remember correctly. And so it's interesting to think that with all that modern technology of Titanics and cruise liners and battleships and all that kind of stuff, we were still cruising around on these guys. So this is a 1/32 scale also. Let's take a look and we'll see what we got inside there. So of course the instrucciones, as they say in Italian. Pretty basic looking stuff there, huh? Oh, hey, does it have a figure? Does it come with a figure? Is there a figure? There is a figure. Look at this. It comes with Wolford Brimley. Hey, how's it going? Hello, Wolford. That's your name now. So this is an interesting color for the vehicle. So let's see. This is the front end here. Yep. Okay, cool. So the fenders are molded all onto the chassis and everything. So that's just one big chunk of plastic, even though it's small. And then here's the interior. It's a right-hand drive. It's an Airfix kit. It's a British kit. That's why it's a right-hand drive. No, Model T's are right-hand drive for a while. I remember hearing a story about Model T's being right-hand drive, and then Henry Ford did not want to switch it over to a left-hand drive. So there's an actual floorboard piece there. that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. Our seat cushion. Here's the mother-in-law seat that goes on the turtle deck and back. Let's take a look at the box art. Yeah, back there. Got the little out. Look, there's an oh shit handle there for grandma. So there you go. It looks like we can build this one with the roof up or down, so that you get an option. This you can show off Wilfred, or you can hide them depending on how well we paint them up. And then the top, here's the hat. And then let's see here. So there's no engine detail in this. There is just a whole lot of nothing. There are, you know, the sides, of course, of the engine cowling. Nothing's molded in any bright work or anything, so we're gonna have to do all of that ourselves. I think maybe, I mean, I really like the red that this is shown on the box art. That's very cool, like an antique type of red. And then like maybe a red over a black primer, maybe that would be kind of a cool deal. And then do everything in just like to me a gold or something like that to bring out some of the brass work as we do the air quotes. Oh, these look good. Look at this one, even has the braces on it for the spare. And these guys are molded open for the axle. And then here's the hubs, and then the spare tire actually has the hub molded in place. So that's actually kind of a nice detail. So thank you, Airfix. That was very kind of you. Did I mention when this kit was produced? I think my version right here, I believe, is from 1988. And the kit came into existence in 1968 originally. So here's the lower half of the engine, our 4-cylinder engine. And then look at these guys here, lots of fiddly little bits going on there. Some lanterns. Yep. And then what do we want these guys to be? These are kind of cool. Oh. Spare pistons. Yeah, that looks cool. That looks all right. No transparent pieces, no chrome pieces. But again, another nice little stocking stuffer type of kit to kind of throw into the mix. I find myself being a little more fascinated by these small scale kits nowadays. And we're going to go ahead and switch over to a third kit, and we'll share that with you in just a second. Okay, and now for the cut to grass, we have this larger box, but it's still a 1/32 scale kit from Airfix, and it's the Gulf Oil Porsche 917. I love the Gulf Oil colors. That is just an awesome color scheme. Whoever invented that, I'm not sure who did, but whoever did that was a genius. Now, this kit here is from 1998, this particular box art. The deciding factor is the skill level right down here. This one happens to be skill level blue. But the actual kit came into existence, I believe, in 1978, and this one looks like it was made en France. Ooh, a French kit. I said kit. Now let's see here what we got in the box. Instructions. Nothing else. Okay, cool. So let's see here. Gulf Oil Porsche. Wow, that's a lot of words. We don't need that. Okay, so then let's see here. Instructions. Oh, yeah. So it's going to be built one way in the Gulf Oil livery. And this is an old enough kit to where it actually has Humbrol callouts for colors, which I think Humbrol and Airfix used to go hand in hand back in the day, if they still don't already. So we have, looks like just some basic detail in the back here, transaxle and some mounting stuff. We have solid cast wheels, just like the other two kit. Well, I shouldn't say that. The Model T has solid cast wheels, but the little Jag only has little vinyl tires. A little bit of engine detail for the top, and that actually drops down onto the body itself. And some transparent pieces for the windows, of course. And we have a driver too. Yay, driver. And let's see here. So there's some color callouts on here. So Humbrol 18 and Humbrol 47. We'll have to figure out cross-reference numbers for those. Oh, did I say cross-reference numbers? Well, I already figured out that we need to go with, for the orange, Zoom. H14 for Mr. Hobby is the correct crossover color for that. And for the body color, X14 Sky Blue from Tamiya. Seems like it'll do the job. It could bear to be a little bit lighter. There is a Mr. Hobby Color crossover that's even a little bit better than this guy, but we'll see if we can find that. I didn't have much luck at the last store I was at looking for that stuff. So I digress. In the baggie, we have our decals, or decals, and they're blurry. There you go. Look all right. They look all right. I'm not 100% sure how they're going to come out, because this is a kit that I got third hand. Yeah, I'm going to say third hand because I bought it off a friend that was selling it that got it part of a collection. So yeah, this is third hand. And the bag was already open when I got the kit. I did go through the instructions and make sure we have all the parts on hand. So looks like there's nothing off the tree that's not explainable. There's our driver. He's a very serious looking guy. Look at that. He's concentrating, probably wondering where his arms are. Oh, they're over here. There they are. And then let's see here. So there's a lot of flash on there, stuck down inside the wheels. This is the spare tire, as a matter of fact. These, I remember if correctly, these factory experimental cars had to have spare tires in them for the Le Mans series. Let's see here, little itty bitty little wing. Here's our brake rotors. Tie rod. This is the dashboard. Up in here, nothing much going on there. Steering wheel. And I have seen one of these 917s in the Gulf livery in person. I was at Canapas, I think that's how it's pronounced. So right by Santa Cruz. He does a lot of refurbishment of vintage and classic vehicles, and he's a big Porsche fanatic. And he actually has a Gulf Oil livery 917. It's currently running number 2, and the number 2, I should say. And I had no idea, first of all, how tiny they were. Oh my gosh, these cars are dinky. But they look like they should be some sort of big muscly monster, but they're not. They're dainty little things. There's our trans axle back there. It's got some nice looking molding on that. And there's our fan. That's the bottom of the fan. There's the top of the fan. More suspension pieces, firewall bits. Be fun to do some detail painting and all that stuff there. Here's the transparent pieces. We even had transparent covers for the headlight lenses, which are down here. And then these look like they should be the tail light lenses. And it's all one piece for the cockpit, which is probably going to be a big help. And yeah, remember I mentioned these things are actually tiny little cars. Well, look how tiny it is. 1/32 scale. So, you know, 1/24 scale, not much larger. But yeah, this looks pretty nicely molded also. Little bit of a flare right there. Is that supposed to be there? It's on both sides, so I'm going to call it good. But yeah, that looks pretty nice. Very, very thick. So yeah, I'll bet you that this plastic is as thick as the fiberglass the real car is actually made out of. And then here's the chassis pan with, well, gee whiz, that looks like where the driver is going to go. Bolted right down there. Oh yeah, that looks really cool. And then the wheels and tires. Boy, I blew right past those, didn't I? Here we go. These are the solid. Look at this. It even has the hairs coming off of there still from the plastic molding. Look at that. So yeah, so we'll end up having to paint some tires. I haven't had to do that in a long time since I started building aircraft. But there we go. I thought that'd be kind of a fun little holiday thing to show you, like some stocking stuffer kits that I have on hand. And if you guys have these kits on hand, let me know down below in the I cannot remember the word for the comment section. There we go. Let me know down below in the comment section, and we'll have a discussion. I'd like to hear about what other people have that's small scale stuff. And also, one last thing, if anybody happens to know of a small scale group build or something like that that's going on perhaps next year, since we're almost done with this one, I would love to be part of that. And if there isn't one, let's start one. All right, y'all. We'll talk to you a little bit later on. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.